Ooh, excuse me, I had to stretch a second. Well, back on this. Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're doing well tonight. I've been good. We had an interesting moment in tabletop today, which led to one of our player characters biting the dust, as it were. Excuse me, I'm just lowering the volume on my monitor. Alright. But yeah, we're gonna be playing some more Yakuza 6 tonight. So we'll see where the story takes us. Something else I did today was that I just had a moment today where I was like, screw it. I hear good things about it, so I might as well check it out. And I sat down and binged the entirety of Cyberpunk Edgerunner. Or Edgerunner. Edgerunners or Edgerunner? That was my deal today. That was what I did. Alright. Yeah, I sat down. I got to sit with my dogs next to me and binge all of Edgerunner. And I have to say, yeah, it was good. I liked it. I thought it was neat. Had some nice stuff to it. I'd say of the shows from Studio Trigger that I had seen, it's probably the one that I like the most of the shows that I've seen. And yo, just started. I'm about to give some of the thoughts that I have over Cyberpunk Edgerunner. My general deal about Alright, talking about Cyberpunk, yeah, that was deep. It was good. I did like it. The writing, it served its purpose. It wasn't really anything that was going to be revolutionary. But I still say that it's probably the Studio Trigger show that I like the most because, and this is a very controversial thing, I like how what's the word I'm looking for? I find that I'm not that big of a fan of the way Studio Trigger kind of moves and stuff. I can't really place my finger on it, but I always found their shows to be very busy animation-wise. Like, a lot of stuff happens and a lot of weird angles go on, and I can end up finding it a tad cluttered. This feels like one of their least cluttered series regarding their animation. And I get that I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for that one, potentially, but I just find that it's not my thing. But Cyberpunk, I feel, is one of their more restrained ones. Like, you see two characters having a fist fight or something, and I feel like I can actually read the fight, you know? I watched it in dub, also, because I'm fine with dubs. And it was really interesting knowing the locations in the games from what I've seen in streams and such, and then seeing them in the anime is like, wow, they actually have all this stuff here. That's really neat.
今回はですね、この吉田バッティングセンターの全面協力を得てませんけど、ここのですね、達人級コースの剛速球の凄さを角張って確か
Is
め
this
てみたいと
idiot
思います。
really walking up to...
何やったんだあいつ。
Ooh!
さあさあ、来い来い来い。
Right in the dick! Okay, this guy's an idiot.
何やったんだあいつ。いや、これはなかなかのものですよ。これはね、近づいたらもっとすごいですよ。
Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm distracted from talking cyberpunk by seeing this guy be an absolute dumb shit.
何やったんだあいつ。
Also, fuck your audio's messed up again, low-pitched voices. What? Really?
金は払ってんだからバットで打とうが体で打てようが勝手だろなわけないでしょ
Oh, fuck me. Hold on. I'm gonna stop stream and start it again.
いい加減にしろあれあなたはこの前のヤクザっぽい語りの人じゃないですか
So, for those on YouTube, I had to stop because my mod combo is informing me that apparently my, I have this weird thing, and it's only ever happened with the Yakuza games, where the audio will suddenly get really weird. What in the hell? Alright. Yeah, suddenly, like, the audio will get really, really weird, and it will, have the characters' voices be really low pitch, and the sounds will be completely out of sync with the on-screen action. I don't know why this happens, but it's only happened with the Yakuza games. Other games that I've streamed on my PS5 have not had this problem. Returnal doesn't. Ender Lily's Quiet of the Night didn't. It's literally just been this game series, and I don't get it. So, hopefully, restarting the stream probably did that. We'll have to see. Sounds good, actually. I have it up on my phone, and it sounds like it's working.
またビデオの撮影か
Well, Sasui, you're an idiot.
店で勝手なことをされたくねえんだよなまあもういいよ鳥たち言われなくても出て行きますよ
Alright.
今度こそ伸びるぞ
I don't know what the audio problem stems from at all, but it looks like restarting stream does it. That's just so bizarre.
何なんだあいつは
It's just so weird, because it only happens with Yakuza, as far as I know. I don't know if other streamers had to deal with this. It's so strange. Anyway, Cyberpunk. Yeah, as I mentioned, Studio Trigger, a lot of the times, they're not exactly my favorite in terms of the weight. Like, the style in which they animate, as I said, sometimes it can feel a little busy and erratic. No audio at all, then when I refreshed, your voice went to low pitch. Might just be me since your phone's working. Yeah, my phone is working. Let me just hear myself back, I guess. Yeah, that worked. Okay, it must be on you then. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't know the exact audio fixes that can work for everybody, but at the very least, the stream sounds fine. That's just so bizarre. So weird. Alright. Now, so Cyberpunk's whole deal for me was that I liked how more subdued, to an extent, it was regarding the way that the characters are animated in fights. I mistook Studio Trigger for Studio Bones. No, very, very, very different styles there. Like, how... And the thing is that there are occasions where I could probably see, like, well, other anime have had, like, comedic deals of them being erratic, but I feel like sometimes with Trigger, I can't really, like, it's either 0 to 100. You know what I mean? I feel like there's no ramping up to the erratic style. I don't know. I did like Cyberpunk, and I did remember, and I thought back to, like, moments in Gurren Lagann or Kill la Kill, and I'm just like, yeah, I kind of like Cyberpunk more. Shitpost levels of chaos? Yeah. Actually, no, this guy is shitpost levels of chaos. Yeah, this guy's just trying to be like, I want to be an influencer because surely being a nuisance to society and generally having weird attitudes towards people will get me all of the views. I'll Logan Paul my way across Kamurocho.
更新の抜線のゴーストキーを体で受け止めてみた。もう全然伸びない。お前が自分をどう思っているかは知らねえが。
He said the Jotaro line. I wonder if Kiryu's read JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I imagine he might have. I imagine Kiryu would probably read JoJo's. If he did, I wonder what his favorite Joestar would be. But yeah, the I'm not going to give any spoiler talk about Cyberpunk because it is a recent show, but I can understand why people get gravitated towards the game by the show. And some of the characters, I did like them a lot. He's not back there. What the fuck happened? Is he this way? Where's that influencer dumbass? Where'd he go? And just like that, they're gone. Yeah, I would say that Cyberpunk Edge Runners for me was a strong 8 out of 10 show. Not gonna, it didn't really set my world on fire, but I did think it was a very well done show. Had a lot of really cool moments and some cool action scenes, and I liked the characters. So, yeah. kind of sad that we didn't get more cameos of some of the characters from the game, like Rogue or Johnny Silverhand, because how cool would it have been to see anime Keanu Reeves? So anime Keanu Reeves would have been fun to see as a cameo or something. But I just think it was good, and I'm not really gonna, harp on too much about it. And part of the thing is that my how in the fuck did you end up there? How? Oh, he must have pissed off a Yakuza. Yep, he pissed off a Yakuza. Yeah, this guy was kind of an idiot. Didn't really have common sense over what content was workable for things. What a dumbass. Let's see, 4th floor, I think. But yeah, I enjoyed Cyberpunk to an extent. I would just say that it's not my anime of the year. Oh, that's fucking funny. Combo sent me a meme joke of a spoiler in Cyberpunk, and it was quite funny. Okay, this guy needs to get fucking punched in the nose. Oh my god, this guy is Logan Paul. Okay, no. Now that you finished the show, yeah. Good meme. I like it. Okay. Delete the video. Oh my god, this guy. I'm sorry, is he... Okay, yeah, he needs to get punched in the face. This is what you do to an influencer who is, like, too far up their own ass. Oh, he's actually pretty tanky. Yay, I used his own selfie stick. Ugh. Yeah. Like, I'm reminded of shitty influencer shit that I see. And it's just like, fuck, man. Just the absolute stupid mindset you have to be in to think like, oh yeah, me dangling from a rooftop, that'll make good content. Well, you gotta love tone-deaf influencers. Sometimes they just choose not to see the right way. Oh, the cat was... God damn it, that guy even made me miss a cat. Yeah, my interest in the Cyberpunk game is stemming more from wanting to see how it is now that it's pretty much updated enough to where it's workable over anything related to the anime. Like the anime definitely is a nice incentive for some. People probably see that and they're like, oh man, I love the atmosphere this game gives off, or this anime gives off, and like, you could have all these cool, interesting things, and, you know, a No Man's Sky moment. Yeah, kind of. Kind of, yeah. I wouldn't say... I'd say a lot of what Cyberpunk's major problems were with its initial release wasn't the fact of, like... No, actually... No, it kind of was majority of, like, the same problems that No Man's Sky had. Not being able to follow up on initial promises, big wigs, of course, being completely tone deaf to the needs of the developers and what may need to be given some more time to sit in development, because Lord knows, a lot of times with game production, snags happen. With Cyberpunk, I think it was really just trying to control ambition. Oh, right, I needed to recruit more people for this. But I don't know how to do that. God damn it. So, for Cyberpunk, it was mismanagement on top of time and resources on top of just having far too much stuff to want to include into one game. That game probably needed... I guarantee that if Cyberpunk released, was given like a couple more years, maybe 3 more years of development, it would have come out to like the best state it could have possibly been in. Probably not for like past consoles or anything, because it was kind of developed more with the latest consoles at the time in mind. But I will say that, you know, it's forgivable. A lot of it is on more of the fault of the publishers and the bigwigs just trying to be like, listen, get this product out soon. People keep making fun of us for delaying the game and not releasing it. But now that it is released and it's now fixed for the most part, I'm definitely interested in the idea of playing it. For No Man's Sky, it was those similar problems, you know, ambition not exactly matching their capabilities as a developer, but the big thing to take away was that they also had a they had a particularly nasty incident involving a flood that knocked out their office for a long time, if I remember correctly. Like, it wasn't just that, it was just an awful flood. Like, it was a flood that knocked out a lot of their knocked out a lot of their data, and yeah. And that ended up affecting it. Damn it, Kiryu, no. But nowadays you can hear the stuff around No Man's Sky and it's like, hey, the game's actually, you know, workable now. Like, it's actually... Because now games like No Man's Sky and Cyberpunk have been fixed up more, which, you know... It sucks that it had to come to that, you know, that those games got blasted critically at release. But, you know, that's just game development, I guess. Alright. I think I'm gonna go do some story, actually. Because I can't really continue on with the delinquent quests. So long as I am unable to find recruits for the fighting. Because I'm kind of... Because I need some more people to fill in the slots. So the batting center has a safe that I need to open. But yeah, at the very least now, those two games are essentially more like what was advertised in their initial releases. It's the same problem that pretty much any big project tends to go under, which is people in the head offices completely being tone deaf to the needs of their developers. And just need to kind of take that as it is. I don't know. I await the day sometime whenever a developer has like a publisher bigwig that understands the complications that arrive with any kind of project, because the stories you hear about a lot of dev issues are just absolutely head rattling. Because the devs and the social media people in charge of those games and such end up catching a lot of the flack for the poor decisions that are being made. Ooh, got tomes. But yeah, I just see that Cyberpunk's now working properly this time, and I'm like, all right, maybe I'll get a version of this game. Don't know which one, but I'll get it. Probably the PS5 version, because I hear that one's actually pretty stable. I don't feel comfortable attempting to try graphics settings adjustments with my PC. And then, of course, there's the prospect of using the streamer mode for that, which I will say, the fact that they included the streamer mode thing on release is one of the big things for devs that I wish would take to heart whenever they have copyrighted music, because that's something that even Disco Elysium had, where they had copyrighted music and, you know, they use it effectively, but then when it comes to thinking like, oh hey, influencers will want to play our game on their streams or what have you, what can we do to throw them a bone a bit to maybe encourage them to keep playing our game? Oh, I know. How about we help get rid of one of the major issues that streamers tend to face with their streams? That being the notion of the copyright stuff. So, yeah. Because Lord knows there are a lot of devs that tend to only survive with their copyright stuff still intact on that, like GTA, for instance. Like, as far as I know, GTA doesn't have a streaming mode, and a lot of the radio stations in those games tend to have copyrighted music. So, yeah. I just like it when devs are accommodating to influencers, because they recognize, like, hey, the people here play our video game, and they are willing to, like, they play our games on stream in front of people, which in turn can get other people interested in buying our games. So, let's say we just have a mode where we just have some different kind of music that isn't going to hit them with copyright strikes. So, yeah. I just think it's a good inclusion. Did I just get a fucking chastity belt? You saw that, right? Did I just get a Oh my god. Oh, and it's really... You know what? Yeah, let's do it. Let's put on the chastity belt. The Yakuza brand chastity belt. Oh my god. Alright. Now then, with that done, I think that's all the... Is that all the saves in Kamurocho? I don't think so. Damn it, stop walking into areas, Kiryu. Alright. I think with that... Kitty! The kitty's back. Fucking... And these guys are gonna scare the cat away. Damn it. There we go. I was about to say you can finish them all at once. Finish them all at once now? What do you mean finish them all at once? Like the random encounters that I go through? I don't think I'm able to do that. Also, I saw some purple stuff. Like, what do you mean by finish them all at once? Are you talking about the enemies? Because I mean, yeah, I'm pretty built up stat-wise. It's just, enemies, it plays an animation and you end them in a chain by pressing the button at the right time. I don't think so. I haven't gotten any heat moves that relate to that. Oh, that's weird, the music. Oh, this is weird, the music cut out. Oh, that's weird, the music cut out on me. You did it too earlier at the beginning of the fight. Yeah, that's only for 2 though. When you said enemies all at once, I thought you were referring to like our group. But no, I don't have a group of enemy take. Well, actually I do, but I have to be in the superheat move to do it. Alright, let's go do some story, shall we? We've bumbled around plenty. So yeah, we're looking for Akiyama, because Akiyama is hiding from the Triads thanks to his involvement with the Tojo clan in the past. So we're checking to see if he's now in his little homeless shelter, but they were able to find him, so maybe he might have moved. Ah! Okay, the triad it is. So they were waiting for Akiyama too. Oh, that was funny. Kiryu attacked like he still had the sword in his hand. Okay, I'm just having a glitchy stream today. Very scuffed. Hilarious, but scuffed. There we go. Isn't that Akiyama, though? Oh, no, it's not. Oh, it's the guy that pointed me to Akiyama. So, the major deal right now is that the person who is suspected to be Haruka's, to be the father of Haruka's kid, turned up dead. And now Kiryu's like, well, I at least want to find more leads regarding, involvement with the triads because there's potential that Haruka got involved in all that. So now Kiryu's trying to track down Akiyama, who is being hunted. It's just a big old web of stuff, and Kiryu's just like, man, I just want to find out, like, I just want to find out who, one, hit Haruka, did a hit and run on Haruka, and two, who the father of Haruto is. Just poor Kiryu, man. It's gonna be like 87 and still get wrapped up in this shit. And then he's got that new haircut in the most recent game, and I'm just in like the most recent game that was announced, and I'm not gonna lie, I saw that night and I kind of winced a bit because I was like, you don't fuck with the hairstyle that Kiryu's had since 1. What? Like, why have his hair be that? Such a strange choice. I just gave him the Persona 4 protagonist hair. Alright, so now the homeless guy is going to give me a call if he learns about Akiyama. Which is not a good sign, because then that means I might have to run around for a little bit, get into like one fight. Oh, never mind. Yeah, poor Akiyama too. He was just trying to hide out away from the triads because of his involvement with the Yakuza. Kiryu comes in and he's like, I need to find Haruka, and then gets his shit kicked in by Kiryu because it's like Kiryu wants to be able to make sure he takes care of the kid. So everybody's just gotten in the shit. Kiryu's also running a street gang. Alright, so now we gotta meet Akiyama because Kiryu wants to talk to the person in charge of the triad. Because there's a chance that the triad people might have been involved in Haruka's hit and run. Which, you know, I'd believe to some extent. Not like direct, like, oh, we know this is Kiryu Kazuma. Well, actually, they probably would know she was his adoptive daughter because of the incident in 5. Because what happened in Yakuza 5 was that that Haruka on stage as an idol essentially said to the world, my father is my adoptive father, the man I think of as my father, is a former Yakuza, and I hate to have to think of him not as family. So I'm going to quit being an idol so that I can actually be with my family. Where the fuck is... I think I went to the wrong building. So I guess maybe at some point the triads had heard about that and were like, oh, this girl means a lot to Kiryu. How about we incite him to come over to Kamurocho or get involved in our war so that we can finally kill him? I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing theories here. Go. Meeting Akiyama at the APA Hotel. Damn it, I was just in the fucking hotel district. Man. Oh wait, no, there it is. I'm stupid. So 6th floor here. Oh my god. Ah, okay, so there's a chance Kiryu's being followed. I like that video you sent me, Combo. That's really good. It looks like I'm being followed. I need to take care of them before I can go meet Akiyama, though. Maybe I should walk over to... yeah. Alright, so I gotta follow the person that is trailing Kiryu so that Akiyama doesn't land in hot water again. Ah, I can't run. Alright. But yeah, now we are essentially trying to... because the Tojo clan have kind of their own weird agenda going on with Kiryu right now, because it's like, oh hey, the 4th chairman, who's this legendary Yakuza figure, suddenly pops up in town while we're in the middle of a war. So we're kind of hopping through things. So are mysterious assassins. But yeah, there's a lot of moving parts in this story, basically. Snore. Dame dane. Dame yo. Honestly, I kind of wish... I wish somebody would do that snore. Unironically. Ow. There we go. Yeah, they're... okay, Tojo clan. Yeah, then there's this whole other part about how Kiryu was supposed to essentially mediate a possible alliance between the Tojo clan and another Yakuza base in Hiroshima. Kiryu said, no, because I'm not involved with your family anymore. I'm not involved with the Tojo clan. So so that whole deal fell through. So what I'm thinking is maybe the Tojo clan, and by extension the dude who the dude in the suit that was telling Kiryu about this deal was like salty about Kiryu not wanting to mediate, and are like, hey, follow Kiryu around, show him that he needs to, you know, get with the program. there. Oh, that's just silly. Actually, no, that works. For a second, I thought like Kiryu's gonna go to the room, and then like the two guys would be on a window washing thing, and then like they'd have like Gatling guns or some shit. God, I could not imagine being a window wiper because of how high up you have to be.
ちょっとスパイみたいでしょ。でもこれ遊んでるわけじゃないですから。
Who is this person?
楽しんでるように見える。
Okay.
本当の話。今の俺がカムロ町で。
Oh, right. The guy I originally saved from the triads a while back.
慎重にと思いました。
How does that thing lift their balls of steel? Yeah, yeah, Akiyama's definitely got some strong ones there.
人生一家の室田です。命を救ってもらった恩は忘れてませんよ、桐生さん。
Then again, how does any building have the ability to hold Kiryu's massive ball
最
capacity?
近この室田君から俺の変装を見破られたことがありましたね。今日は俺のことを桐生さんに教えたのも彼だったって話で意気投合したというか。俺らが気をつけなきゃいけないのは中国マフィアだけじゃありません。登場界の菅井ってのも穏やかじゃないんで。桐生さんにはこちらの室田君からそのあたりの話を聞いておいてもらった方がいいと思ったんです。どういうこと？
Makes sense.
いやー、よく
Oh god, those two women just apparated out of existence.
あの後カムロ町に
They
4代目が
just
来たって聞い
disintegrated.
て驚きましたよ。ただ、登場界の上層部
Right,
は
Daigo
驚
got
いたっていう
arrested.
より動揺してました。それも結構激しく。動揺。
Daigo got arrested, so someone else is acting
今
as
の
the
登
chairman
場
of the
界
Tojo
本部は
clan.
会長代行の菅井さんと染谷の2人が主導権を握っています。理由はもちろん6代目が逮捕されて不在になったからなんですけど、でもそれが仕組まれたもんじゃねえかって噂があるんです。仕組まれた。順を追って話しますが、まずアジア街の火事です。あの日何箇所かで同時に放火されましたが、未だに犯人は分かっていません。でもあの当時、カムロ町でそんな組織的な動きができる勢力となると、登場界以外にないんです。登場界。
Yeah.
アジア街
That'd be the easy conclusion to draw to, but I don't think it's that simple.
そしてその焼け跡に入り込んできたのが中国マフィア
So
の
Sugai
採
is
用。
essentially acting as chairman,
当然登場界と島争いが始まりました。
and
で、その構想が収拾つかなくなると、サツはうちの6代目に責任かぶせて逮捕。トップ不在の登場界は壮大
man,
な
poor
菅井
Daigo.
さんに実
Like,
権
no
を
one
握られる
likes
ことに
him,
なった。
and he's kind of not that good at his job.
菅井と採
I
用会が
feel
グルだったってます。
like
アジア街の火事は
so many times in this series, Daigo's kind of proven to not exactly be the best chairman.
そしてもし本当に菅井たちが大悟さんの追い出し工作をした
Somaya, that's the guy who's essentially kind of acting like the cool villain type.
桐生さんが真相に気づけば大悟さんをはめた返しに来るって。だから俺はどうしてもこのことを4代目にお伝えしたかったんです。菅井と染谷
But
に
yeah,
は
the,
くれぐれも
the
気をつけてく
Kiryu
ださい。
returning to Kamurocho would be able
こ
to
こに来る前
throw a lot of things out of balance
俺は
regarding
登
this
場界
really
の人間に教える。
artificial war that's happening.
お前の言う噂話もまんざら的を外しちゃいねえようだ。わざわざすまなかったな、室田。本部長。ええ、それじゃ俺はこれで。登
Yes, because both want more territory, or Tojo Clan wants to keep its territory, the Sayo Triad want to expand.
誰も表立っては言えない。お前はどう思うんだ。菅井たちと採用会がグレだって話ですけど、少なくとも今は本気で殺し合ってるようにしか見えませんね。最初は茶番だった構想がいつの間にか本物になっていったのかもしれない。
Akiyama, this city is far beyond saving.
カムロ町は今めちゃくちゃです。俺がスカイファイナンスを再開しようにもこんな状態じゃどうにもならない。スカイファイナンス。
Yeah, now the Korean mafia is also hopping in on this, being like, hey, let's watch the Triad and the Tojo clan destroy each other, and then we get Kamurocho as our turf. Kamurocho is just a fucking cesspool of bullshit. Yeah, he's just wanting clues on Haruto's dad and Haruka's hit and run guy. Yeah, so the Tatsukawa is essentially thought to be the dad of Haruka's kid. Yeah, apparently, but they're kind of treating it like he is him, but who knows. Wouldn't it be possible to... No, it probably wouldn't. I was about to ask if whether or not it would be possible to discern the father from a DNA test, but I don't think that's how that works. I think DNA tests are only for verification if the other party is there, so it's like, that's how they could find out that Haruka was the kid's mom, but for Haruto's dad, that's still a big question mark. Yeah, poor Akiyama, he just wants to open a financial business and be able to loan money out to people and make sure that they get on a good footing to live in the city. But then the city just keeps fucking chewing people up and spitting them out. Just unfortunate. Go back to Saturday and meet with Nagamo and Yuta. Yeah, so, two of the characters who are members of the Hiroshima-based Yakuza family came with Kiryu to Kamurocho to track down the guy that was supposed to be Haruto's dad. But, you know, turns out they got more than they bargained for because Tatsukawa was killed. And now it's just like, well, now what? You know, our one lead on the possibility of Haruto's plausible parentage is dead. Whee! Now, I have to keep buying the run waters because Kiryu runs out of his capacity to run real easily. Actually, wait, can I do more of the training stuff? Hey man, can I do more Ryzap? Yeah, I can. Alright. So what should we work on? Let's do deadlifts.
桐生さん。ではトレーニングルームへ。
Okay, mash to lift.
それでは桐生さん、どのトレーニングを行いますか？
Gotta do the big mashes.
かしこまりました。それでは
Gotta do that
準備いたします
mashing thing where you kind of like have your finger pointed in a particular way and then just jitter your arm a little
さ
bit.
あ、始めますよ。
Okay, you can only do 3.
ですね。
So next would be, let's do
ナイス。
seated row.
はい、終了です。
Big upper body stuff.
では桐生さん、次はどのトレーニングを行いますか？ これを頼む。かしこまりました。それでは準備いたしますね。気合い入れていきましょう。ほっ、この調子です。素晴らしい。パーフェクト。
Okay.
ブリリアント。素晴らしい。いいですね。早く。ナイス。
All right, what is your recommendation on the diet?
ですね。パーフェクト。
Now we'll focus on heavily on protein. You should eat some chicken, and I mean nothing but chicken. Well, breading's okay, but no extra spices.
実に無駄もないトレ
Great
ー
time.
ニングでした。
It's great to eat after training.
さて、それではお食事の時間です。今
So
回おすすめ
nothing
の
but
メニューです
chicken?
が、
So does fried chicken count? So eat an entree, delicious chicken thigh. They're great to eat after training.
それでは桐生さん、
Right, yeah, chicken thighs.
くださいね。
I guess chicken thighs are healthy to an extent. So where the hell could I get? Would it be Wild Jackson or where could I get a chicken thigh? And it has to be like unseasoned stuff too. How the fuck do I find that? Osaka King, Highball Tavern, Ringer Hut, M-Side Cafe, Fuji Soba, Smile, definitely not Spilenberger. Quadra Garden, would that be it? I'm trying to think about how I would find a chicken thigh here, because I don't know. I'm trying to think. Where would I find one of those? Wait, there's a side. Wait, is there a side quest like in the store or in the? Huh? Hey, you! Wait, what? I thought I beat your side quest. Sure, let's fight. Oh, he's gotten tough.
桐生さん、僕また強くなったと思うんですよ。今からお手合わせお願いできません？やった。じゃあ遠慮なく。死ね、桐生。
Oh, he's getting a lot tougher. Oh, wow, look at my health. Holy shit. Oh my god, his theme is... Ooh! This theme, though. Ooh. Oh my god, he is actually kicking my ass. Wow, look at you, Yasuo. You're doing good with damage. Look at you. You definitely grew up after being one shot by Saejima super easily. Holy shit. Alright, Yasuo's getting harder. He's getting tougher. Holy hell. Alright. In here that I could get some chicken thigh. Looks like just donuts and coffee. Yeah, croissants, chocolate. Yeah, cancel order. Where the hell would I find a chicken thigh? And it has to be unseasoned, so I can't get a fried chicken thigh. Ikinari steak, that's not it. Inside Cafe. Osaka King. Maybe the steak place has it. Who knows? I'm trying to think on this because, like, I know, like, I hear chicken thighs is good for dieting. Would this be the spot to go? Is there chicken thigh here? No, just steak. This is pre-COVID, so that's interesting that they have face guard. Huh. I mean, Japan is pretty good about the face guards and masking, to, you know, make sure people are nice and safe in terms of health. Quadra Garden, Smile Burger, definitely not Smile Burger. Osaka King, maybe? Never thought it would be hard to find just find regular ass chicken thigh in a city like this. Yeah, I'll fight Yasuo when I level up a bit more. He's getting stronger, and it's getting harder to fight him off. All right, Osaka. Here we are. Is this place of chicken thigh? Let's see. Gyoza, soft and creamy crab omelet? Sesame dumplings. Actually, sesame dumplings sounds really good. Maybe it wouldn't be this highball place, would it? No, this is takoyaki stuff. Maybe this place. Gyoza, champon, Napoleon. Nope. I cannot believe that is. I cannot believe it's actually this hard to try and find just regular-ass goddamn chicken thigh. Like, I'm seeing beef bowl places, I'm seeing just all sorts of stuff besides chicken thighs. There you go, Kiryu. How do you defeat an enemy that's lying invulnerable on the ground? You just shoot him. Alright, no, of course there isn't. Yeah, there wouldn't be any chicken thighs here. Where the fuck can I find a chicken thigh? Where? I'm just trying to get the most out of my train in here, and I can't seem to find it. Quadra Garden. Yoro no Taki? Maybe that's it? Maybe I'm just legit stumped that it's this hard. Actually, maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. Like, considering how health conscious Japan is, but then again, okay, this is the soba place. Smile Burger's over there. God damn, it's like trying to find healthy options in a Midwest American town. Still no fucking chicken thighs. Still none. Alright. Okay. Over here. What do you have? Highball, oolong, edamame, mince cutlet. Popular mince cutlet is packed with meaty goodness that fills your mouth with each bite. So it's like mince meat cooked like a cutlet? That's interesting. Alright, and this is a sushi place. Maybe I get chicken thigh from a convenience store? That might be what I might be overthinking, or I might be thinking only restaurant. Maybe I need to get something from a... Maybe I need to get a chicken thigh from a convenience store or something, because that sounds like something you could do with walk and eat. Maybe. I don't know. I'm actually spitballing on this. I never thought it would be this hard to find a food like a chicken thigh. But I guess the game... Then again, with all the varied food options, I guess if you want plain chicken thigh, that's kind of an unusual thing. Did you see the fucking hammer fly up like that? That was funny. Nice. Okay. So let's see. You have chicken thighs, buns, onigiri. No. Wait. I haven't actually been over there. Maybe they have chicken thighs. The very top of the fucking hotel district might have it. Nope, this is a beef bowl spot. God damn it! So, if it's an appetizer thing... Do you have any suggestions on where I could find one? Let's see. Entree, delicious chicken thigh. They're great to eat after training. So, I think entree... Maybe the barbecue place that's down that... like, over here? But I never saw chicken thigh there. There is a new convenience store over that way, so maybe that could be it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking on this, and I legitimately am stumped. I'm stumped on trying to find a chicken thigh. There's a mom getting aggressive on some defenseless person in Theater Square. Well, that person's gonna have to wait on that, because I need to find a chicken thigh. I feel like this is Kiryu's version of Chicken Run, if you remember that movie. Like, instead of chicken pot pies, I'm having to find a regular chicken thigh to get Kiryu's diet up to speed. Also that we can see shredded Kiryu for a little bit. Thanks for trying to guilt trip me, video game. That's not what I look for right now. Tripe, barbecue tripe. Spicy beef soup. Nope. I just don't, like... Because most of the restaurants and stuff that I had, or most of the foods that I was recommended by the gym to eat at are within the area of the gym. So, do you have chicken thigh? Nope. The fuck? I got nothing. I've actually got nothing. I have no idea where I'm supposed to find a chicken thigh. I might look this up actually, because this is weird that the game would throw that at me. Chicken thigh, Yakuza 6, the meal plan challenge. Let's see. Small. Food chain, something average amount of meat. Wait. It is the. Wait, it is the fried chicken place? But wouldn't it be... Wait. So it is Wild Jackson. So it is that spot. Then what? But why would you suggest a place that does fried chicken? Does it not matter if the chicken is fried? I would imagine it would matter considering it's deep fried, right? I fucking okay. All right, sure, game. I'll go by your logic on that. I mean, you gotta love fried chicken, I suppose. I guess it doesn't matter, unless they have a non-fried chicken option. Because when I think of a healthy chicken thigh option, or a healthy chicken option period, you normally think grilled chicken. Like, you never think... Really? Wild fried chicken. Original fried. Don't know if this will be it, but we'll see.
いらっしゃいませ。
Did that do it? Good work. I have the results of your reset challenge. Please stop. Okay. I suppose we'll see if that was the right choice or not. I am not convinced that that was it, but I'll run with it.
さあ、行くか。
All right. Get Kiryu some more food because he's been getting his ass beat by either street gangs or by Yasuo. Also, that was really funny, the collision causing him to just hop in place like that. All right. Did that do it? Bummer, that was the wrong dish. You should have eaten the wild fried chicken. So it doesn't matter if the chicken's fried. Oh my god. I didn't know the difference. What's the difference between doing a hot chicken and fried chicken? What? Also, I failed the mission. Sure, I'll take an A. Also, there's a side quest. There's a side quest thing in this area too, so I'm gonna go check that out. Right? No, it was just the Rise app thing. Alright. I'm gonna stop dawdling. Let's go to the story. But yeah, that was... Oh, but that's weird to learn. Like... Because I think of instances of like, oh, healthy chicken dishes, but I guess fried chicken counts as healthy or as a good protein option, even though it's battered and fried. Just all right, I'll take that. Serena, and then we can continue the story. Oh no, my battery's low. Hold on. Give me a second. You know, the PS5 controller actually lasts pretty long in terms of battery. I think it can go for like 5 hours or so, maybe more. Alright, I see more possibilities of things to grab. Probably in other stuff. Ooh! Meal experience, I'll take that. Yeah. Oh, they are bored. Wow, they got really bored. Oh. You don't deserve that shirt, Nagamo. That shirt's too cool for you. 50 grand?
すみません。頭、しこたま飲んじまって。これでも達川のこと可愛がってたんすよね。
One bottle.
って酔いたかった。
What is that sake?
酔っ払われちゃいましたよ。
Nice art, though. Yeah, cool art on the bottle. Cool art on the bottle, but
その酒。
50 grand for... What is that bottle?
5万はする酒だ。それじゃ
50,000 yen sake.
だからもうやめた方がいいって言ったのに。
頭、ちょっと起きろよ。おい。
I'm trying to...
なんじゃ
That has to be a fictitious thing that they invented for this gag. Like, that's probably not a real-world sake brand. I don't doubt that there's liquors in the world that cost that much per bottle, but I
つけにしてもらったんすから。
fuck, man.
後で何とかするしかないでしょう。それより今はアジア外のことです。ねえ、キリの兄貴。もう目は覚めてるか、ナグモ。
God, why does
これから殴り込み
that shirt, man? It's such a cool shirt. I want that shirt.
しかし、韓国人のホストとやりようだと思うたら、今度は中国マフィアのアジトに殴り込みとは。ですなあ、兄貴は。毎度喧嘩の種がようけ転がっとりますわ。けどその連中、達川はあんな殺し方した組織なんすよね。こっそり忍び込むっつっても、本当に大丈夫なんすか？バカだね。我はなしにカブロチを組んでる目で出てきたんじゃ。こういう時のために体張りに来たんじゃろうが。
So yeah, these guys are essentially going to want to go after the Triad for killing a former friend of theirs, or someone they knew well. Because this person that they're talking about, they used to be, the guy essentially was a member of their family for a bit before going to Kamurocho to be a host. And after being a host, he also while being a host, he acted as a translator for the Triads, as a mediary, because he spoke Chinese. So I guess at some point the Triads were like, we're gonna cut off all these people that know too much about our stuff, and therefore he was dead. Nagamo, use cross chop. Nagamo, use cross chop. I just find that such a silly move that he just straight up does cross chop from the Pokemon series. Why isn't Kiryu getting winded as easily? Because I could... Normally, like, he'd be just out cold by the time... Alright. Secret weapon, bite! There we go. Ooh, and a gold plate. That's a lot of money. god, 500,000 for 10 bottles of sake. That better be good fucking sake. That ought to be something that can give you like a full-on religious epiphany. Holy shit.
時間食っちまった。兄貴、アジア
So I
大
have to follow him, but not too
秋
closely.
山優馬はここらで待ち合わせじゃ。ああ、こっちです。キルさん。
So yeah, the whole deal was that in a previous cutscene, it was shown that Little Asia, which was a section of Kamurocho where people from regions of China and Korea would go to live in Japan for a while, for the foreseeable future. That place burned down and rebuilt into what you see here.
キルさん、江戸の店はあれです。少し遠回りになりますが、他の建物を捨て、あそこに忍び込みます。お手って、社長、こっちです。
Supposed father. Just saying.
改めて、秋
Because the
山
whole reason why they're tracking down this
そちらの二人が
Tatsukawa guy was because bartender lady who took care of Haruka in Hiroshima suspected that he was the
あなたの
father.
父親だった達川も前は広瀬一家の組員だったんだ。南雲じゃ宇佐美優太です。秋山さんのことはキーレの兄貴から聞きました。前はカムロ町の金貸しっちゅうことでしたの。前はね、今はまたホームレスに逆戻りでした。それより江戸の店に忍び込む作戦ですけど、まずはこの建物から入り込みます。いくつか建物の中を突っ切ってさっきの江戸の店の3階あたりの窓から忍び込んでくってのは俺の考えです。うまくやればほとんど中国人マフィアとやり合わずに江戸のところへ行ける。その江戸中中国人今ちゃんと店におるんか。大抵はね、もしいなければ江戸が店に戻ってくるのでこっそり建物の中に隠れて待ちます。できたら願い下げの状況っすね。
The ski mask again.
他にもやりようがある。今はとにかく江戸と話さえできりゃそれでいい。それで行くか、秋山。
Oh yeah, because earlier we had to storm a hotel with Nagumo and the others. Oh, they look so. Oh, Akiyama, you look so doofy. Akiyama. I hope this is a costume I can unlock for future playthroughs. Oh, they look so silly. Oh, I love it. Look at them. Look at how silly they are. Look at them. They have these cool... The cool drip with the ski mask makes them look so goofy. Akiyama, at least... This is a robbery. Yeah, this a robbery. It's like the... It's like that, I'm thinking of that moment where a streamer was doing like one of those IRL vlog style streams and somebody donated and the guy said that out loud to the store manager being like, "Oh, thanks for the donation." That's what I'm referencing. Yeah.
那今天的工作结束了，辛苦了。终于完了。啊，对了，你今晚你有没有空？有是有，您不该又回去那家。
It is really cool that they bring in
一个人去不好。
people that speak Chinese to voice these lines. As I said, I'm always all for a multilingual script with cast members that are speaking in their mother tongue.
绝对是装睡的，对吧？
Like, there's this series, and I think one of the others that I can think of that does it, or probably should say the one entry I think that does it, is the Punch-Out game on the Wii. That game, all of your opponent boxers spoke their mother tongue, which was really cool. Oh, hello. Hello, new Dead by Daylight killer. Sal, okay. You look like you'd be an interesting fight.
俺は先に電流しております。合図したらこっちに来てください。
Oh, shit. Well, get to find out.
Yakuza. お前何者だ。しっかりしろ。
Okay, this chef's actually kind of a badass. I thought it was fine to keep going. Oops. Oh, Akiyama's stuck on geometry. Come on, Akiyama, you can go. You can do it, buddy. Oh, cool, they actually... Okay. Okay, so one slip up and they just are able to keep going.
有可疑人物混进来了，他应该躲在附近，找出来。
Nice!
俺がより隠れて。
That's cool. The butcher's back!
在这儿。ああもう仕方ねえな。
There we go. Yeah, we kind of blew our cover. Yeah, so they seem to keep all their leads in here. Alright, so it looks like we might be in the last stretch of this. Imagine how weird it must be if you're having a meal and then that happens. Just a dude in a suit and a ski mask comes in. This butcher, man. This butcher's kind of acting like the old lady from the Madagascar movies. Respect. Oh, that was close. Also, damn, he's tough. Yeah, Yeah, this chef is kind of tough. I would definitely enjoy seeing what Gordon Ramsay could say to this guy, being like disrespecting his food. There we go. Whew. What was that, 3 times that guy got knocked out? Holy shit. I mean, it kind of was, Akiyama. We kind of bungled it a little bit. Also, you still look so silly with your blue mask like that. I think it's the mouth holes. I think the holes for the mouth is what's getting me. Like Kiryu looks fine. It's just for the others with the mouth holes. They look so silly. They look like they just look silly. Like, I wish I could explain it a better way, but I just think they just look silly. Nice, so Akiyama's taken a bit of a beating. Cause yeah, Kiryu just having the eye slits, the eye parts open, is it works. It works for him, but everybody else just, yeah. Oh my god. Not what I intended. Just breaking their chairs. Yeah, this infiltration mission really went tits up quickly. Holy hell. I wonder how funny it would be if they were just like, if Ed's not actually here. Alright, I need to heal actually, because I'm starting to get wiped on resources. Alright, Ed. Who else wears a white suit, jacket, and pants with red shirts? I like Ed's shirt. It's a good shirt.
俺が誰なのかなんとなく想像はついてるんじゃねえ。まさかとは思ってたが、その声はやはり
Alright. So we're gonna have a boss fight and then we'll talk.
堂島の竜だ。
Or talk then boss fight.
俺を歓迎しろとは言わねえが、あんたには聞きてえことがある。相手してもらおうか。
Okay, so Ed did the job.
聞きたいこと、達川って男のことだ。あんたが作用会に出入りしていた情報や奴を殺したのはお前らなんだろう。我々と言います。
A particular answer that Kiryu is probably not going to tell him.
達川を殺したのはこの私だよ。なぜ達川を殺した？聞きたいことというのはそのことか。しかし、あなたに何の関係が？俺の質問が先だ。達川のことはあなたにとやかく言われる筋合いではない。彼は最後に裏切った。達川を殺した理由は組織の掟に従ったまでの。
Right, because of China's incredibly high population, they have a limit on how many kids you're able to have there. So, I guess they have a term for kids that are born outside of the one-child policy.
中国の一人っ子
Okay.
政策を逃れて生まれてきた子供たち。
Interesting.
彼らは戸籍を持たず、
Right.
国家の
Yeah.
管理も届かない。
Because living conditions, I imagine, wouldn't be that good for people that even have one kid or even have no
最低限の
kids.
生活すら国家に保障されない哀れな存在だ。
Okay, so Tatsukawa was Chinese.
一説によればその数は
Because the Chinese government wouldn't really help families that have these extra kids. So I guess they get taken to Japan for better lives.
中国人だったってことか。
Okay.
西洋会は多くの兵配地を日本にかくまい、戸籍を与えて救ってやっている。
And I guess in return for helping them get over, the triads are like, hey, we helped you get a life in this new country, and so you got to pay us back because we aren't a charity work.
しかしあの男は子供の頃に受けた恩を忘れ、組織を裏切った。その時から彼は我々の制裁を恐れていたはずだ。つまりは自業自得。達川がお前らにしでかした裏切りってのは何だ。さて、それこそあなたに
Alright,
お
boss
話し
fight.
する義理はないね。どうしても聞きたければ、あの世で達川から直接聞きたい。
Ooh, this music.
この私が達川のもとへご案内して差し上げよう。桐生和也。
Ooh, this music. Kiryu's just in the middle of a fight and he's going like, wait, hold on, I need to level up my skills real quick. And then Ed's just standing there being like, what skills? What? Kiryu, are you alright? Yeah, he's got a knife, so he's gonna be a tough one. You just need to grab some errant furniture. Never mind. He just kicked that plant on me. Wow. Good on you, Ed. You have some good AI. Wait, what? Okay, I thought I was gonna have a full-on 2D fighting game sequence. Ooh! You killed him? That would kill a normal person, yeah. A fall of that height, going onto a table, if not kill, then that would sting. That would sting after a bit. Okay, what have we got? Oh. That person's dead. Oh, Ed's down. This is what I was trying to do earlier. Knock out all those dudes. Knock out some dudes at once. There we go. God, I wish I got more of that music, though. That was really good. That was a really cool track. Well, Kiryu, aren't you concerned also with the person who did the hit and run? Oh! What the fuck are you doing here? This guy was a previous boss fight. What are you doing here, buddy? So are they working... Wait, are they working with the Triads? Are they working with the Triad? What? Wait, I'm confused. Huh? So the Yome Alliance are... Yeah. Oh, but Kiryu refused to mediate, and without the mediation, the Yome Alliance probably went ahead and are like, okay, we'll just team up with the Saiho Triad. Or not. Maybe I'm wrong.
登場界と戦争してる中国
Okay, so this guy at least has been with the Triad.
とっても敵のはずだ
俺には陽明連合会なんてどうでもいい。ちょうど潮時だな。
何
俺はな、桐生さん。中身は生粋の中国マフィア。最初から西洋界の人間なんだよ。
So he was also one kid born outside of the one child only law. I don't know if it's a law.
確かは中国人の
Is it a law? Let me check.
生まれだったって話だそして子供の頃から日本人にな
One
りすました
child only policy. Okay, it's a policy. One child only policy. The term one child only policy refers to a population planning initiative in China implemented between 1980 and 2015 to curb the country's population growth by restricting families to a single child.
本当であんたが質問できるタスク
Okay, so it was.
お前らこそ何のつもり
Okay, so the policy doesn't exist anymore, but it was a thing for a long time, for like 30 years. Over 30 years.
お前らが達川を殺した理由を聞きに来た
達川があんたに何の関係が
達川は広島で沢村ハカって娘にハルトっていう赤ん坊を産ませてカマロ町に姿を消したハルカは俺にとって娘も同然だ
Oh, the boss.
沢村春樹があん
Can we see the boss? I want to see the boss. Who's the boss of the Sile Triad?
赤ん坊が
Slick shoes.
落ち着いてくださいよエドさんボスが来てます
Oh, you look cool. Big Low, ringleader of the Sile Triad.
ボスなんでわざわざこんなところへ
私は西洋界総帥のローというものだあんたが中国マフィアの頭ってわけかなあそちらのことはマス添えから聞いている桐生さんは日本中のヤクザから一目置かれている人物だ堂島の竜と言ったかそんな男が尾道の田舎町に何の用があったのか興味深く思っていたピチ青いとどと
Okay, so they intentionally left out that line untranslated.
benambilen trudada mimi 立ち上ファンクション
Yeah, beneficial. Say that to the amount of fucking chairs I've broken in here.
桐生さん私たちの出会いの形は決していいものではなかったならお互いメリットのある関係を築けるはずだもう一度頭を冷やしてから改めて席を用意したい
Yeah, well. Yeah, Kiryu kind of is too big of a figurehead right now, even if he's not with the Tojo clan anymore.
そこであなたの知りたいことのいくつかには答えよう俺には悪くない話だだがそれであんたには何の得が
Okay, so yeah, they are involved. It's not just Masuzoe.
私の持つこの店をあんたたちの血で汚さずに済むそしてもう一つ我々は今東上界との構想を抱えているがその裏に陽明連合会もついていることを承知している桐生さんはその両組織のトップと対等に口を聞けるという私がもてなす価値は十分にある、私の招待を受けてくれるか分かったいいだろう
So they're all. So the So the ringleader is interested in making sure Kiryu is
明日の
interested
場所
in
は
this whole
逃
war
亡によって
situation.
倉庫だった廃墟ビルだ。ただし、ボスが招
I mean,
待
I
したの
guess
はあん
if
た一人だ。
I guess if Tatsukawa was the Haruto's dad, Kiryu probably shouldn't blab about, oh, I'm looking for the father of Haruka's kid, because that could possibly put a bullseye on Haruto. Nagamo, you're kind of over your head on this. Also, since Tatsukawa's dead, you and Yuta can kind of go back to Hiroshima, right? Unless you really want to beat up Ed.
ようわしら生きて返されましたの。ほんま、なんで中国人たちはわしらを殺さんかったんじゃ。
同感。もしかしてまあそうやってさっきの広島ヤクザ、いい人だったりする？
いや、それはないわ。嫌味なやつやけ。わしは今ま
Because
で
this game takes place in 2015, so the one-child only policy is still, it was still effective at this time. Yeah, okay, so it's not illegal and they don't get arrested, but it's just really, really heavy fines.
中国の一人っ子政策を守らないで生まれた子供たちってことらしい。
And then, of course, not well-to-do households that need more hands on the farming tend to have kids because it helps more with the farm.
一人っ子政策って2人以上子供を産んだ親に
Yeah.
重い罰金がかけられたりするんです。でも中国の田舎の農家なんかじゃ人手が足りないっつってこっそり2人3人って産んじゃうんですよ。ところが生まれた子を役所に届けるが産んだら戸籍も何もない。だから彼らは教育も社会福祉も
Essentially give
医療
them,
も
like,
受けられない。
あんた、物知りじゃのう。
give them lives in Japan because they couldn't get many good lives in China thanks to the policy and also likely not being registered by the government, which is no wonder why that changed, why that policy is not a thing anymore, at least from what I've seen.
なんだろう、ヒューマンロンダリングとでも言うんでしょうかね。広島にはそのロンダリングされた中国人がゴロゴロいるのか。
今までそんな話聞いたことないですけど。
Yeah, Nagamo, you're kind of in over your head with
連合会の
this.
中に達川と松添の二人も紛れ込んでたんですよね。それが
Yeah.
中国マフィアのスパイとして
Yuta got his
送り込まれ
shit
たわけです
kicked
か。
in by a dude who looked like a Tekken 7 character.
なんかつながりがあるんですか？
わしらが知っとるわけないわ。わしらは所詮陽明連合会の末端の枝じゃけ。俺らは達川を追ってきただけなのに、なんか妙なもん釣り上げちまったってことか。
キリさん、明日本気でローの誘いを受ける気ですか？
達
Oh,
川
and if it was intentional, Kiryu will bury the triad. Kiryu will bury everybody.
わからない限り、はるかの事故がただの事故だったとは言い切れない。もし誰かが意図的にやったことだとすれば、はるかがまた襲われる可能性だってある。確かに。なるほど、そういうことっすか。ほいじゃが、兄貴たった一人で大丈夫かいの？さっきあの場で殺されなかったんだ。あそう俺が言ったところで、命まで取る気はねえんだろう。ローが俺にどう出てくるつもりかは知らねえが、誘いを断る理由はね。わしらも行きたいとこですが、
Right, okay.
達川と松添のことといい、
What was he
あの
saying?
中国マフィアは広島にも何ぞ一物持っとるようじゃけの。あ、それで思い出したんですけど、ローが松添に何か中国語でつぶやいてたの覚えてます？
Right, because Tatsukawa was Yuta's friend, and since Tatsukawa knew Chinese and taught Yuta some, he probably got some understanding.
堂島の竜と言ったか。そんな男が尾道の田舎町に何の用があった
Okay.
のか、興味深く思っていた。PG， 那伟大的土地，生长着不能被人知道的秘密。
Okay, a secret in Onomichi, which is the Hiroshima town that Yuta and Nagamo essentially are living
中
in.
国語は何て言った ってたんだ。あいつはこう言ってたんです。あの女
Wow,
たち
there's
の
just a
時には
lot going on for this
決
story,
して
huh?
起こしてはならない秘密が眠っているからなって。
Okay, well that's the end of
決
that
して起
chapter.
こしてはならない
Need a stretch.
秘密。
Oh, excuse that. That was my back.
A Tokyo restaurant. And that there is Somiya, the guy that one of the figureheads in the Tojo clan that Kiryu fought earlier.
いつまで長引かせるんだ。時期終わりますよ。関東一円の菓子屋の皆さんにはお騒がせしてます。こうやって親睦ってのも結構だが、登場会がいつまでも中国人に舐められてちゃ関西に隙見せることになる。カムロ町は関東ヤクザの顔なんだ。しっかりしてもらわねえとな。いやね。
What kind of wine is that? It's a red wine, but what is that wine? Is that a real one?
諸先輩方には俺みたいなジャパンを同席させていただいて感謝しています。噂じゃ堂島の竜がカムロ町に来てなんて。さすがお耳が早いですね。統制を抜けた人間にいつまでもでかい面させちゃダメ。
Long gone. Do you know it? Do you know about
これ
Kiryu?
から
Oh,
の登場会はそうめえやさ。
hold on. Let me read. Somiya, move your hand. Let me read the line. He's gonna bash him with the bottle, huh?
そりゃそうだろうがよ。昔はすげえ
Oh, fuck!
過去の話だ。男ってのは何をやってきたかじゃねえ。何をするかだ。
Jesus Christ!
じゃねえってことよ。よ、もうその辺で。
That's an interesting way to pour a wine bottle. I guess that's... Oh! I can hazard a guess as to why he poured the wine that way. It's the same reason why it's better to... It's the same way as to why you're not supposed to be holding your wine glass like you're cupping it, like holding it by the stem. I don't know what the term is. I'm gonna call it the stem. I'm guessing the reason why Somiya was pouring the wine holding it from the bottom like that is so that his hand isn't warming the wine as it's being poured from like the neck of the bottle. And that's why the guys at the table were not holding their wine glasses like the way you hold it, you know? Because there's a lot of... I'm not a sommelier, so pardon my ignorance over the matter. I haven't read a single chapter of Drops of God. Wine can end up tasting differently to a large extent depending on how it's decanted, how it's chilled, if it's not chilled, if it's paired with the right food. So there's a lot of etiquette, I guess, that goes into pouring the wine correctly or even tasting it right. So I imagine, so that's why I think Somiya was pouring it that way, is because he's trying not to heat up he's trying to keep his hands away from the actual body and neck of the bottle so that he doesn't warm up the wine and therefore alter the flavor of it or alter how it tastes to the people that were at the table. There's a lot of interesting little intricacies that go into that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that's my theory on why he did it. I don't know if that's correct. Actually, I might look that up. Proper way to pour. Wow. Wow, I literally say I type proper way to pee, proper way to, and then when I type pee, I immediately see proper way to poop. Gotta love the internet sometimes. That's just to pour the right amount. As number 2, dreaded drip, avoid the last minute bottle twist, and it's just pour. No, what? No. Opening, hold on. How do you pour wine like a pro? Open the bottle cleanly and quietly, if not decanting, and leaving the glass on the table. Hold the bottle towards its bottom, never by the neck, and gently pour the wine into the glass. So, yeah, that sounds like what Somiya just did. Yeah, it is what Somiya did. Yeah. That is the proper method to pour a bottle of wine for people. Cool. Again, always interesting to learn these things. But yeah, I guess Somiya, despite him saying like, yeah, Kiryu's time is up, he's not up for people disrespecting Kiryu because he's fucking Kiryu. He's Kiryu. You don't disrespect Kiryu. But damn, he fucking knocked that guy out with that bottle. Just bam, exploded.
はるかの事故が絡んでくるのかもしれない。なんだそれじゃ西洋界の中国人たちが達川と関係のあったはるかとその赤ん坊を見せしめに殺そうとしたってことか。もしそういうことならもうハルトをカムロ町に連れてくるわけにはいかない。伊達さんがはるかを警察病院に移してくれていたのもいい判断だった。
Yeah, so that's gonna be weird. Like, what do the Triad want with Onomichi?
それを確かめるためにも俺今夜ローとまた会うつもりだ。そうか。しかし達川にしても
Among Us!
中国マフィアが広島に潜り込んでたわけだよな。広島に何があったんだ
Among Us!
伊達さんにもわからねえか。はあ、なんかもう言葉も出ねえ。いつの間にか俺らの周りに中国マフィアが紛れ込んでたなんてよ。達川なんて俺はガキの頃から知ってたんさ。もう誰を信じていいのかわかんねえ。
Okay, so if the secret isn't... So if this stuff doesn't involve... Oh, hello!
さあな。だが
I still don't like your tie. Yeah, no fighting, please. We already had enough of that in Yakuza 0.
それがはるかの事故と関係ねえってんならもう俺らが西洋界に首を突っ込む理由はない。
What? What is the pattern on his tie? Is that like a rose being pierced by something, or is that a heart being pierced by something? Either way, I don't think that tie is a good fit for the whole outfit. If I'm being completely honest. Looks like an imperial sign or something. Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, it's a very nicely made suit. I just feel like the tie kind of clashes a bit. Oh. So the reason why Nagumo is kind of uppity, so to recap, the reason why Nagumo is kind of uppity against Somiya here, besides Somiya being cooler looking, is there's this lady in Hiroshima that Nagumo was kind of was crushing on for the longest time, but she always rebuffed his advances, kind of in an incel way. It's part of the reason why Kiryu even met him. And at some point, Somiya arrives and takes the bartender lady, Kiyomi. Yeah, Kiyomi, that was her name. Takes Kiyomi to the hotel he's staying at for dinner, and Nagumo and Kiryu and everybody finds out that Somiya and Kiyomi were married and had a daughter, and Nagumo is just like, oh my god, this woman I've been liking for so long had a baby. She's practically a different human being to me now. Which is so fucking stupid. It's so stupid. Nagumo's reaction to all of that is the equivalent of a dude whose illusion of their favorite VTuber got shattered. You know, like, Nagumo, I like your shirt, but check your fucking attitude, buddy. Oh, God. Yeah, a personal call. Holy
あ
shit.
んたが店でどんなプレイしてたかまでここで話しましょうか。おとれこのクソガキ。何しに来たソメ。お前は登場界の手下で俺を襲わせるだけで。
Okay, that
鏡の
looks
見物
like
だと思ってたがな。今日は4代目にお願いがあってきた
it
んです。
looks like a rose being it does look like a rose being pierced by something.
担当直入に言います。
Like, maybe if it was just purple, that'd be fine. But the fact that it has a pattern on it is what's getting me.
なんだと。4代目はゆうべ、西洋界総帥の牢に会われましたね。アジア外に牢が姿を現したと聞いています。同じ頃、登場界の
So Someya is like, hey, I heard you're having a meeting with Lo from the Triad. Can I come to that meeting?
その時に、俺を牢と引き合わせてもらえませんかね。何を企んでる。ご存知の通り、登場界は今、牢の西洋界とドンパチの真っ最中です。お互いまだまだ流れる血が足りねえってんで、終わりの見えねえと俺の。
Yeah, right, I forgot. Yeah, Lo's son got killed.
ある事件が起きて以来、ずっと地下に潜っちまって足取りがつかめないでいる。
God damn, that's a very eerily
奴の息子、
move.
ジミー・ローがカムロ町で殺された件です。ジミー・ローはカムロ町での実動部隊を動かす西洋界の幹部でした。ゆくゆくはローの後継者となるはずが、
Yeah,
街の
well,
片隅でゴミみたいに殺されたんです。
well, Date, you say that, but Japan's got like a 99% conviction rating regarding its law system. Part of the reason why the Phoenix Wright series exists is because, like,
オフレコにしといてやるよ。
it's essentially act as a parody over how the court cases and things like that are just so heavily skewed to making someone guilty of their crime. It's like, yeah, crime, I don't know the exact crime rates in Japan, but I do hear that their conviction rates are really high. So, yeah. Somaya, I don't think he owes...
だから、登場界と西洋界の構想に幕引くには、この俺がローと会う必要があるんです。俺をローと会わせてください、4代目。たまには。
Well, Somaya, you're acting kind of presumptuous here.
立ってくださいよ。ねえ。けどが、兄貴が踊れなんとか言うことを聞く気ではな、おい。兄貴はローから大事な話を聞かんといけんのんじゃ。それじゃやっぱりまたローと会うことになってるわけだ。は？ソメヤ。その前に一つ答えろ。聞いた噂なんだよな。アジア街を焼き払って、西洋界をカムロ町に引き込んだ人間が、登場界内部にいます。
Excuse me.
この話、聞いたことがありますね。
Right.
その噂
Get
によれば
Sugai
西洋界を
and
引き込んだ
Somaya in charge by getting Daigo arrested.
その後お前らは 採用会とグルになってカムロ町の抗争を演出した。警察は抗争の責任を東上会6代目に押し付けて逮捕し、おかげで菅井とお前は東上会の実権を握ることができた。
What did you send me, Combo?
作り物だった
Is
採
this
用
a
会と
funny
抗争
physics
に
thing?
本物の火がついちまったって言うんじゃね。
Yeah, that's the thing about this version of this dragon engine that they have. It's really good looking, but man, the physics are funny. It's like the Super Mario Sunshine of this series. You know, just the physics end up really hilarious looking.
バカげた話です。ご質問には答えました。
Combo sent me a video of a funny fight where Kiryu kicks a guy that doesn't look super strong, but then he just flings across the ground. Again, I like this engine. It's very pretty, but the engine has some funny physics things going on. Whether it be collision stuff or otherwise. Okay, a buddy on Discord keeps sending these Yakuza memes at the perfect time. Tell your buddy that they have good taste in finding funny memes.
ありがとうございます。4代目。
So yeah, Somaya definitely wants to meet with Lo so that he can kill him, or something like that.
もうローから立川の話聞けんようになる。だからこそ、俺は染谷と一緒に動くんだ。あの染谷って男は危険すぎる。いつ何をしでかすか分かる。
Yeah, it is cool because Akiyama's cool. He's so cool.
近くで見張ってる方がいい。
なるほど。孫子曰く、友を近くに置け、敵はもっと近くに置けってやつですか。
なんだそれ。
Alright.
かっこいいじゃないの。
キルさん、夜になったらまたあの染谷が来ます。あいつを連れてローの
Things
とこへ
might
行
get
くのは
messy. I should stock
何が
up
起き
if I
て
need.
もおかしくありません。
Yeah, because that whole fighting segment with the triad really cleared me out with resources, so I need to go.
広島の方も
So I need
気になります
to
駄菓子屋や松
get
田
on
連絡取っていろ
getting
い
more
ろ
of
聞いてき
that.
ますわ。
Can I afford any other skills? I can.
それじゃ
But yeah, I believe Japan, if I remember right, Japan does definitely have those high-ass conviction rates. Alright, and with that, we can afford to buy some more skill stuff. Boost digestion. If it weren't for you, it would be taken to his digestion. I have no idea what that clip is from. I know it's like some kind of animated thing, but for the life of me, like I think of that and I'm just like, what was that line read? Let's buy some of that. Yeah. Let's
いらっしゃいませ。
let's see if we can do another Rise Up routine. But yeah, there's still the whole gangbuster side quest that I need to do, and I'm almost done with it too. So it's like, yeah, it's really right now just a matter of finding more people. But maybe I don't need more people. Maybe I'm fine with the stats I have. I'll check out that video later. It's always good to find Yakuza memes. It's, you know, in my experience, Yakuza has actually been a pretty positive, a fairly positive community of gamers. At least to my knowledge, I hear some things where people say like, oh, the remakes of Yakuza 1 and 2 don't really do the spirit of the originals justice. Or there are just some things about the originals that are better versus the remake, but for the most part I hear pretty much all positives from the Yakuza fan base. Occasionally there's some things that slip up the whole process, like, oh, I don't know, Kiryu suddenly having, like, a different hairstyle in the most recent game, which is really bizarre looking. But, yeah, for the most part, I count this Disco Elysium, it focuses on the aspects of life so the community is more aware of taking care of themselves. Yeah, taking care of themselves, not being perpetually on the internet for super long periods of time, touching grass, fantasizing about Majima for a few hours, and then playing some of the games.
Trying
to think, what other series? There's Disco. I'm trying to think of like game series that have had like net positives in my eyes in terms of communities. Stardew Valley, I guess. Stardew Valley, Disco Elysium, the Yakuza series. Jesus, there's too many bad community. There's so many bad Apple communities that happen in games. It's hard to find any ones that I haven't had any negative sites with. Thought of Animal Crossing, but they have a greed issue. Yeah, and also the issue of like, even if it's for the meme, the whole like Raymond / Marshall thing with the Animal Crossing stuff, that was like a, that was a big old weird moment. I have no idea what the community of the Outer Wilds is like, so I'm gonna go no on that. Maybe Resident Evil? Maybe Resident Evil. Chrono Trigger for certain has pretty much an all positive fan base, at least as far as I know. And yeah, that's kind of it. Well, that's all I can think of off the top of my head. Hades has one. Hades also has an incredibly positive community. Pretty much any of Supergiant's games have positive communities around them. Supergiant in general. How can I forget about that? Let's have Kiryu do jump squats. But yeah, I've...
かしこまりました。それでは準備いたしますね。気合い入れていきましょう。素晴らしい。パーフェクト。素晴らしい。パーフェクト。素晴らしい。
Okay, so I was about to say, one example I think of with the Disco Elysium community being so positive is, one, the fan art is so good. So good. Two, the Twitter account is pretty chill. They like a lot of tweets about art, and they tend to be fairly positive with a lot of the things they share. And hell, the fact that Disco Elysium is one of those games that includes the option of having a dyslexia-friendly font, just unbelievable. But recently there was this expo. I don't remember I know it was a games expo, but I forget for what exactly. But Disco Elysium was there, and there's this picture of Kim Kitsuragi from the game just on a wall near their booth, and people began to write on paper messages about Kim or to Kim and like tape them all around this picture of him. And seeing every one of those, I'm like, wow. This Kim Kitsuragi is essentially like Majima in terms of Tumblr sexy man potential. You know what I mean? Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice meme. That's a good one, Combo. That's a really good one. I'd share these memes on stream, but I'm looking at a lot of these on my phone. So, yeah. But yeah, it's hard to really find positive communities nowadays due to how the internet can be sometimes. I'm trying to think of particularly awful communities that went south really fast. Because some have gotten bad over time, whereas others got bad almost like in a damn near overnight sense on the internet. I wonder how much Kiryu is able to lift. That's good. Alright. Now, what's the fucking meal plan you have for me now, buddy? Now, let's go to a dish that contains both pork and veggies. Make sure it's something that fills you up. Cabbage would be good for the vegetable. Also makes you fart a lot. So cabbage and pork, huh? Like a... Cabbage and pork. Dish that contains pork and veggies. Make sure that it's something that'll fill you up. Alright. So for a pork and veggies... I had the thing set. I had it up on my PC. Let me take a look. Meal plan food guide. Good balance of red meat. Dish with just beef. I had that. Pork and cabbage. So twice cooked pork at Osaka King. Okay. I understand that this is kind of cheating, but but trying to remember the menus of all of these eateries is kind of a lot to ask sometimes. It's like whenever you try to gather booze for the homeless guys in Yakuza 0. It's like, who fucking pays attention to that, you know? Please let me in. There we go. So, twice cooked pork. God, this meal plan stuff is actually making me hungry, making me kind of peckish. Like I'm actually might get myself a midnight snack or something after the end of the stream. Because I'm like, oh man, having a good pork and cabbage meal actually sounds really nice. Oh, why? Why does Japan have to have such delicious looking food? Ugh. Thank God On one hand, I'm like, thank God the borders are opening up in Japan now. It's for visa-free travel, along with not having to adhere to a travel agency. But international travel is still expensive as shit, so I can't go. And I already have my Sweden trip planned with my dad, so I can't just hijack it and be like, veer left, we're going to Japan in the winter. I can't do that, and I don't want to do that, because I still want to do Sweden. But man, Japan is still on the bucket list. But, you know, at least they've opened it up. They've opened it up, so now the possibility is there. Alright, Kiryu, how shredded are you now? See, Kiryu's looking sad here, but he's still in good shape before the Rise App stuff. Oh, did you? Yeah, yeah, sending me. Alright, this will be the one. This will be the one that I show on stream. Hold on, people. Bear with me on this one. Conmo sent me a Yakuza version of a meme that has been going around. That is quite funny. Let me find it. Where is it? Where's my messages? There they are. Hold on. I'm gonna. That's not what I meant to. No. Mute the video. Damn it, I can't just save it. Fucking. Alright, cool. It's that compilation of food thing where, and then it cuts to like then it cuts to a really then it cuts to Kiryu doing the boss fight from Yakuza 3 where you're fighting the guy in the love hotel just randomly, and then it cuts to more food. Alright. I still have no fucking clue about the whole... You know what? Screw it. I want to attempt to finish the gang storyline, and I think that might be where I end the stream for the night. See what I mean? There's some just funny physics stuff in this game. Where it's like, oh, Kiryu drop kicks, but lands on top of the dude and still damages. Or that one clip I've seen where it's somebody that's going like, oh my god, Kiryu, how hard did you kick that guy? And it's the dude just like spinning backwards repeatedly and flying up into the air. Have I got a treat for you? Oh boy. Alright. Yeah, I'm missing slots for 4. Oh, you just said that one? Okay. Yeah, it's a funny video. I do like it. It is quite humorous. Organization. No. Hierarchy. 5. I need 5 people. And I am all out of people to give. Because they're all used up. So you know what? Might as well just do some training. Who could... Joe. Oh, I don't have enough. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Actually, would I be able to get... Fuck it. Alright. See if we can do this. This might be the final one. It's not that I haven't enjoyed this, but I did kind of prefer the Majima Construction one a bit.
Yosh. これからジャスティスとの最終決戦だ。みんな、準備はいいか？
もちろんっすよ。ここまで来たら絶対勝ちましょうね。
ジョーから一言、何かあるか？
まさか本当にジャスティスに匹敵するところまで来れるとは正直思っていなかったです。
I still
ここまで来れたのはみんなと抜け殻みたいだった俺を叩き直してくれた
I still
桐生さんのおかげです。
the guy with the gray suit, his hair, man. His hair.
みんな最後の戦いだ。もう少しだけ力を貸してくれ。やってやろうぜバカ野郎。よっしゃー。
Just suddenly cuts to like
おや行きましょう。
suddenly cuts to like a random person that says, "Yeah."
よし、桐生か。
出撃だ。おう。
Actually, this may not be the final bit. For all I know, maybe there's going to be 2 more fights after because there are still 2 stars left over. Shut the fuck up, Vilo Ren. Kylo V. Vilo Ren. Kylo V. Ben V. I don't know what to fucking call you. You look like a combination. I've said this before. This guy here looks like a combination of V and Kylo Ren. V from Devil May Cry 5, I should say.
レインメーカー、何かこいつらに言い残したいことはあります？いや、特にな。そう言うと思いましたよ。さ
At least the
あ、
music's bopping.
桐生界の皆さん、死んでしまえ。
Nice. Did I throw a grenadier out? Yes. Okay, so Kylo V is actually pretty tough. Okay. Kylo V is defeated. Jesus Christ! Holy shit, that's a lot of people. Good. I love that surprise attack. It's so good. Ah, shit, Masao's down. There. Doing good. Getting the damage on. Okay, Okada's down. Oh, so it was just defeat Okada. Alright, cool. Sweet. Hey. I really don't understand why they have this big old clapping segment at the end of it all. I still say it's not as good as the chanting of Majima Construction. It's why you lost here today, Kylo V. Ren. Kylo V. Ren may cry.
そういうもんがあるな。1たす1は2じゃねえ。100にも200にもなるんだ。そんなこともわからねえなら。それがお前の敗因だ。ジョー。そして桐生さん。あんたら大したもんだよ。俺が悪に魂を売ってまで大きくした組織をここまで追い詰めたんだからな。それも自分の中の正義を貫いたままでだ。正直羨ましいよ、カズチカ。だがな、俺にも俺の考えがある。ここで引くわけにはいかないんだ。お前に何があったのかはタナから聞いたよ。お前の苦しみに気づいた。
Okay.
本当にすまない。だけど
Alright, boss fight time. Here we go.
やっぱり間違ってる。もう一度やり直そうぜ。昔みたいに俺たちの正しいと思ったことをやれるジャスティスを。話したいのはそれだけか。ジョー、俺にはまだ成し遂げなきゃいけないことがある。
We'll talk with...
ジャスティス
We're going to talk with our fists and then have cool fan art made of it.
倒してみろよ、気流会。このレインメーカーを倒せるもんなら倒してみろ。分かったよ。もうしみったれた話は終わりだ。言ってわからねえやつには体で分からせるしかねえ。行くぞー。来いよ、カズチカー。
There we go. Oh, cool. Nice move. There. Oh, damn, nice. All right. These fights are getting pretty tough. Yeah. They are getting there. He just had his own big combination, huh? Alright, you can piss off. There we go. Okay. Okada was... I made him fly. You see the camera? Barely caught his coat. I got him to fly. No, Joe, I won. I won. I did the final kick. It was me. I did it.
負けだよ。ジョー。俺がお前に勝
Is Kylo V gonna be... Is Kylo V-Ren person man gonna be salty and be like, no, we're in charge of Yakuza.
これでジャスティスは終わったぜ。さっきの続きだ。もう一度俺たちとやり直そう。俺たちの正義をもう一度
I'll check out that other video. There are a lot... Wow, you have a lot of videos for me, buddy.
まだだ。俺の本当に成し遂げたかったことはきっと今から始まる。どういうことだ。
Okay, and who's your patron?
何をバカなことを言ってるんだ、ジョー。ジャスティスは今から僕が支配する。
Telling you this other guy is like a mean dealer. Well, your friend certainly is prolific. Got a shit ton of them.
ある人の協力を受けて裏でジャスティスのメンバーを買収していたんだ。
That's enough memes, though. I'll be sure to check out some of those videos.
カリスマ性に見せられて入ってきたようなふわついた連中ばかりだ。ちょっと金を握らせるだけで大体の連中は簡単に俺に寝返ってくれたよ。
Oh my god!
俺についた連中がまだまだどっさり残ってる。
Oh, so that's the guy who tortured Okada.
普段は表に出ない人なんだけど、せっかくだからご
Look at this
紹介しよう。
buzzsaw-looking motherfucker. Look at his face.
さつきさん、
Name's literally Mean Kobold.
久しぶりだな。岡田
Good name.
和親。
Oh my god. First off, love your suit. Second off, okay, that is a statement.
張本人だ。あの時 すまなかったな。ちょっとやりすぎ。
I don't think he's gonna let you have justice since you've kind of
そのお
flopped
かげで
this.
お前はジャスティスをでかい組織にできた。感謝してほしいくらいだね。さつきさんはヤクザ、マフィア、あらゆる裏社会に精通している方だ。この人に裏についてもらえば、ジャスティスは日本最大最強のギャングになれる。お前、もしかして最初から。
You're ignorant to my treacherous nature. You could have just said you're ignorant to my plans. Then again, I mean, look at him. He looks like, again, V Kylo Ren Demort. There you go.
だから裏でいろんなことを勧められたし、感謝の気持ちしかないね。カリスマ性はあったかもしれないけど、やっぱりリーダーとしては三流だったのかもね。
Is he having a Joseph Joestar moment?
残念だったね、レインメーカー。雨じゃなくて涙でも降らせるといい。どうした？気でも狂ったのか？はめられたのは お前らの方だぜ。俺がジャスティスを
Okay, so he was intentionally, or he was allowing everything to be lost to lure him out.
俺はお前がした仕打ちを許せなかった。絶対に復讐してやろうと誓った。だがお前は裏社会の人間だ。あれ以来、姿をくらませて行方不明。どうすればまた表に姿を見せるか。そこで俺は考えたんだ。お前は
I mean, good way to lure him out, I guess. God, Satsuki's suit is so cool.
ということは、俺がカラーズのようなギャングを作れば、お前は必ずすり寄ってくるはずだってな。なんだと。
Yeah, he does.
引
Yeah,
っかかってくれるとはね。
yeah. Ben V. Werntungamort is definitely not leader.
俺が裏で繋がってることも知ってて、お前は最高の参謀だよ。リーダーとしては三流かもしれんがな。クソか。俺は自分の手足として動いてくれる兵隊が確保できりゃそれでいいんだ。桐生さん。
You know, if you're Yakuza, you should probably recognize
あ
Kiryu.
んた、俺と組む気はないか。なんだと。こんなアホの孔明のジャスティスと組むより、桐生会と組んだ方がメリットありそうだからな。俺の手足になってくれ。報酬は約束するぜ。どうだ、俺がそんなものに応じると思うか。だよな。そ
So
りゃそうだ。
this is for real, the final
俺
fight.
の予定通りジャスティスと組んで桐生会を潰させてもらう。邪魔なお前らを消して、カムロ町の生きがってる若造どもは片っ端からジャスティスに入れちまう。そしてそいつらを兵隊として使って犯罪を繰り返し金を稼ぐ。もちろん失敗しても捕まるのは若い兵隊ども。俺は安全地帯からそれをコントロールするだけだ。
Wow.
そんなことは絶対にさせない。
Worma Ben V Tongue turned out to be an Worma Ben V Tungamort turned out to be a very, very flaccid person.
貴様らを叩き潰す。行くぞ。はい。
All right, so we're gonna have Okada on our side.
ジョー、今まですまなかった。あいつを倒さない限り、俺たちや若い連中はずっとああいう大人に食い物にされちまう。俺は何としてもその連鎖を断ち切りたかったんだ。カズちゃん、いや、俺の方こそすまなかった。
Wow, so Rain. Wow, literally a Joseph Joestar moment.
そんなことねえよ。それに俺はジョーがジャスティスを潰すために動いてくれると信じてたんだ。え、まさか俺たちの行動もお前の予測通りだった？
No, I'm secretly a Joestar, therefore my brain cells are above the normal human caliber.
孔明や奴のボロを出しやすくなる。だからお前をジャスティスから外して動ける状態にしたんだが。お前、なんかすげえな。予知能力者か。ただこんなすげえ人が仲間につくとは想像もしてなかったけどな。桐生さん、すみませんでした。もしよかったら俺も一緒に戦わせてください。
It's very uncustomary that they ever do handshakes in Japan. Like, bowing is more customary for them, so handshakes are like, as far as I know, a lot more like very, very atypical, you know,
ありがとうございます。
as far as courtesies go. Like, if it's offered, then yeah, you take it, but you don't. But it's not something you typically just do as a starter, you know.
There's a particular edit to these kind of things. It's all a part of the etiquette, guys.
Alright, let's get cappuccino. A bunch of fucking cakes. And then a special bread. Got a ton of experience. Alright. I think we'll make this our last deal, because according to this, this is the final battle. So, yeah. Let's do some organ. Oh my god. God, it's so much. Alright, I'm gonna make Okada there. And then there we are. And let's train up Okada, because I want to have him on this. Where's Okada? There he is. Level him up until I can't have any more experience with it. Alright. I believe that is it. Let's change out the strike team. Yeah. There we are. Let's do this. Oh, but my gunners are gone. That's fine. I can handle it with just the the grenade people. So yeah, Justice's whole deal was that they were attempting to make this gang a way for causing youths to sign up and then commit crime to make bank. And, you know, everybody's just like, we don't want that. Alright, here we go.
キリュウさん、俺、あなたに出会えて本当に良かったです。俺もっす。行きましょう。最後の戦いへ。よし。気了解。出撃だ。おう。
Shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, Volderv. Volderv Wormtongue, right? Volderv Wormtongue. Shut the fuck up. Just... I'm trying to think of other ways I can make a funny name for him. Renmort V. Nope, I'm blanking. It'll come to me again. I'm trying to think of funny ways to make a name for him. Ooh, this music. God damn. Yeah, I should probably have some knife guys out, because they actually do a lot for damage. Alright, come on. Heal up. Awesome. Oh, dear lord. I have to wonder how involved the military could end up getting when it came to violence on this caliber. Come on. Just keep beating up Kylo Ren V. Just keep beating up Kylo Mort V Wednesday Addams person. There we go. Jesus Christ. Masao kind of has been like, oh, I ran out of time. that sucks. We were doing pretty well there. Man, I don't have enough experience to really level anyone up. Let's try that again, because we were close. I could feel it. Yeah, I've kind of got a good setup here. Kind of wish I could skip these intro cutscenes, but what can you do? Right. Good. Just need to keep an eye on the health. There. Okay, that was quick. Nice. Big damage. I have no idea where everybody is. Good. 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 Damn it.
レベルが違うんだよ。レベルが。
Alright, dogpile. Dogpile him. Alright, we have a minute left. I think we can beat him down for a minute. Yeah, we beat him down in a minute. Okay, we just had to hit really hard. Awesome. God, even his shoes are cool. This guy's got good drip, I have to say.
まだ増援がいたのか。岡田。生きがってるようだがな。所詮お前らはガキだ。大人の世界ってのがどんだけ深くて危ねえもんなのか。俺がしつけてやるよ。あの時と同じようにな。貴様らが貫くせい。
Yeah, when you had big old shirtless street brawls with Nishiki.
よーく味わうと。お前だけは絶対に許されん。助太刀するぜ、親友。お前ら二人を見ていると、なぜか昔の自分を思い出す。え、本当ですか？今はお前らと一緒に戦えてよかったの。心から思った。立ちの大切さ、自分の中の正義。青くせもんばかりだが、どれも大事な宝だ。俺が年を食って忘れかけちまってたもんを。
Or you just feel like you age quickly anyway. Like when you hear about a certain video game you really liked as a kid, or even just a few years ago, and suddenly it's like, oh, this game I liked is now like 5 or 6 years old? Jesus, I feel old. Time is weird. Aging sucks.
老けちまうもんだけどな。俺、桐生さんのことも、今日のことも、一生忘れません。勝っていい思い出にしねえとな。行くぞ。こいつらを叩き潰す。
That's what I was hoping to do. God damn, Kiryu, you just killed a man. Nice physics. Good pause. That was a good pause. Jesus, okay, this grenade guy's gotta go. Did that guy just do like a guile kickflip? I'm almost dead. Yeah! That was a good heat move. I think Okada got the last punch. Wow, not much of a resolution for Satsuki. Just cut to immediate arrest, huh?
それマジで言ってるんですか？
ジャスティスも潰れたし、黒幕のサツキも倒した。サツキの逮捕をきっかけに、サツキの周囲の連中も芋づる式にお縄になったらしい。もう桐生会が存続する必要はないんじゃないかって思ってな。違うか？
違う。何言ってるんですか？桐生会はね、俺らにとっては新たな居場所なんですよ。
居場所？
そう、居場所。目的達成してからなくなるとかいうもんじゃないんです。桐生会は、なんていうか、俺にとって、もうそういうのは超えてるんすよ。桐生さん、俺からも頼む。桐生会は解散させないでくれないかな。ここは眠らない街、カムロ町だ。またいつか新たなサツキやジャスティスが出てくる。そういう奴らから若い連中の居場所を守る。
So I'm guessing there may be like an extra boss fight thing at the end of this. But I think I'm done.
ジャスティスのようにね。
正義を貫くチーム、ジャスティスか。分かった。そこまで言うなら、桐生会は今後も存続するとしよう。
よっしゃー、桐生さん話がわかる。桐生さん、愛しまーす。これからも末永くよろしくお願いしますね、桐生さ
Yeah,
ん。
why is it misspelled?
ところで、ずっと気になってたことが一つあるんだ。
Oh my god. So this whole time they didn't realize they misspelled it.
本来ならジャスティスは
You seriously just spelled it wrong?
なんで JUSTIS なんだ。あえてやって
You know what? That's appropriate.
もしかして間違えてました？
Jesus Christ.
恥ずかしい。
Literally a common song lyric because Kiryu sang a song called that had the word justice in it.
カズチか。
俺も英語には疎いが、さすがにそれくらいはわかるぞ。歌の歌詞とかにもよくあるだろう。間違いない。
Really?
気づけよ、突っ込めよ。解散してよかったな、ジャスティス。
Oh, there was one star left.
おいおい、お前ら。何のんきに談笑してんだよ、バカ野郎。なんだい、
I guess we have one more romp.
手下だったとかいう連中
And after this one, we'll definitely end the stream.
出るってよ。
まだ残ってやがったのか。
よっしゃー、コディ。そいつらぶっ潰すぞ。トランキーロ。あっせんな。俺らのリーダーは桐生さんなんだぜ。行くかどうかは
あの人桐生さんどうする仕方ねえな今から残
Yep, we have one
弾
more.
き潰しに行く
One more, and then I'll stop. I swearsies this time.
俺たちの居場所を守るため
Oh,
9回
never mind. That it actually is done. So that's really just taking care of stragglers. All right. Well, screw me then. All right. Cool. So it has been over 3 hours, and I'm tired. So I'm gonna stop here. So hopefully you all enjoyed the stream. I definitely enjoyed myself. I'm gonna save again because I'm paranoid. But yeah, I'm gonna stop here. The next time that I stream, you know, I'll let you all know on Twitter when I get live next. Ooh, and yeah, that's kind of it. Just be sure to keep up on my Twitter and everything. So yeah, thank you all so much for coming around and checking out my stream, and hope you all have a great rest of your day or whenever you're seeing this, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.